Kenneth Gersley was murdered in January of 2021 while servicing one of the ATMs his family-owned company provided to a store in Baltimore.
And we need the FBI.
Today, Gersley's brother took his family's quest for justice to the U.S. Capitol. Here's Kenneth Gersley's sister-in-law, Amy Blank.
And we really desperately need the help of the federal agencies and agents.
The Gersleys have learned the hard way that not all ATMs are the same in the eyes of the law. Robbing a bank ATM is like robbing the bank itself. In that case, it's a federal crime and the FBI swoops in. But millions more ATMs, like the kind you find in convenience stores or groceries, are independently owned, frequently in underserved communities that don't even have banks, and they don't get the same protection from federal law.
We're just looking for protections for both the patrons as well as the convenience store owners and the ATM operators.
I can't remember the last time I was inside a bank. If you need cash, you go to the ATM.
Democratic Prince George's County Congressman Glenn Ivey says that makes vulnerable communities and convenience stores much softer targets for thieves. He's co-sponsoring legislation called the Safe Access to Cash Act that would make robbing any ATM a federal crime, just like robbing a bank.
I think there's millions of Americans that are using the ATMs, and they shouldn't have to try and figure out whether they're, more protected at a bank than they would be at the local convenience store or the grocery store.
Without the power of the FBI to crack their case, the Gersleys are hoping an $88,000 reward might help solve the murder of Kenneth Gersley. But so far, there have been no takers. The co-sponsor of the bill is a conservative Republican from Tennessee, Representative John Rose. Congress may be terribly divided, but Rose, the Republican, and Ivey, the Democrat, say keeping people safe is not a partisan issue. In Maryland, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.